Greetings fellow earthlings and welcome to some Ancestors Legacy gameplay. This was just one which I played against Xard, a friend of mine, and he came second place in the last tournament. Lost against Lonnie, I think, yeah. But he played very well throughout that tournament, and well done to him. Yeah, I decided to 1 versus 1 him. Basically, he has a Twitch stream. He has a Twitch now. I don't think he has a Twitch. I think he has a Twitch stream from the website. Yeah, and well, I know he does. I know he does. I was watching him. That's the point of it. I've been linking him in the description. Of course, he has a Twitch stream. It's not. I think it's. I know. So this start is a weird one. Just finished recording part 6 of a Mordor campaign, and yeah. Ooh, this is a sneaky strategy I did with him. I liked doing this. Slowed him down, and I knew my general could take a lot of hits from that slinger, so I just thought, you know, might as well just absorb the hits and then just heal him later on. But got to be careful not to lose him. Yeah, Xard, good player. I saw that he was streaming. His stream link is down below in the description if you're interested. He streams Ancestors Legacy as well. Yeah, I saw he was streaming, so I thought I just 1v1 him. Just see how he does. And yeah, we had 2 games in. Both games I've done be shown in this episode. Ooh, almost lost my hero here. I bet he was annoyed at this. Almost lost my hero, but I managed to pull him out. 1 more hit away from death. That was yeah, that was a very close one. So of course managed to really slow him down there. But I managed to get out safely. So it wasn't a loss for me, but it was a loss for him. And yeah, very good. All my virus protections kept coming up there. Go away, go away. It annoys me at times, that. But whatever. And there I was taking my second village, and that early move I made at the start was a massive help. The reason is, of course, now I've got 2 villages, and he's only just starting to think about his second. And I, right now, make the decision to start pushing for a 3rd. I also see that his hero is there, so I'm going to have a little charge in for him. Get a bit of hit damage, but also he will have to put his village on defensive formation. I'll ring the bell, get all his villagers in, and that should... what that will do is... Sorry, my mind's just gone blank. I've just recorded a massive episode of the Mordor series. I had to fight a massive battle, so my mind is all over the place right now. It was to stop him gathering resources, just to slow him down a little bit. And as you can see there, he comes at me with Spearmen. Big mistake by him going for Spearmen, of course. I'm playing as the Slavs, he's playing as the Anglo-Saxons. So of course for him to go Spearmen is a mistake, because I can just go Swordsman easily. Had only just got my hero out again there, you saw him on the screen. Well done hero, well done, only just got him out of there. I come into contact after I take middle village with some of his slingers, just quickly charge into those, and I spot his hero as well, but as long as I kill the hit, the slingers I'm happy to get them out of the way with. Slingers can be annoying at times. They're a weak unit, but they can be very annoying, so I'm happy I get them gone. It looks like I'm making a push for C with both my swordsman and my hero, and I've got another swordsman up pushing for F. And as you can see on the minimap right now, I can't really show you because this is a recording of the gameplay that I'm commentating afterwards, so it's yeah, a little bit weird. But of course he's pushing C, and I reacted to that far too late. Very good play. I thought it was just a charge for swordsman, but no, he snuck around and started pushing for C village, so that was a good play by Xard. If you're wondering why he went for the Spearman, he admitted after the battle that he thought I was a different faction and that was a mistake. Yeah, perfectly understandable, it happens. Yeah, so it was just, he thought I was playing as a different faction, that's all. And of course I end up taking this village here, but of course he took middle. He hasn't captured middle yet, but he burnt it down. I'm not gathering resources from it yet, which was annoying, but I'm going for it now, and yeah, it actually ends up helping me, I think. Of course, as you can see here, It's going, and at the last like 3 seconds, I end up making it into there, and I end up capturing the village. Well, stopping him from capturing it, I mean. Of course, he's going to give capturing that one a go now. Capturing C, and I'm trying to stop him from taking midpoint. Yeah, at this point I was very confident. It was looking really good at this point. I'm basically going to take a middle point. That's what I knew, because I've got 2 swordsmen versus his 1 spear. There's nothing I can do against that, and I've got reinforcements coming in. Oh, I lost my hair at that point due to an unfortunate tower shot, but he did his job. He did it. Yeah, he did his job. He did everything he had to do. I had some more swordsmen coming in. They should just stop him from capturing village. Yeah, I've basically got 4 villages, about to take a 5th, and he's got 1, so it was very heavily in my favour. Of course, I've just lost village C there, but you know, I've got a unit there to stop him from capping it. I got some more reinforcements here, just to make sure that I do take a middle point, and then I'm gonna rush down and cause some real chaos later. Yeah, and this swordsman here, his purpose, it was just to slow him down. Ooh, brought in his hair, I completely forgot about that. Okay, so yeah, I ended up catching his hero there. I think he retreats eventually, but he's going to get me on the flank with his swordsman unit. I changed my mind. I see he's going very heavily swordsman, so I was about to build a stable instead of another swordsman unit. Just get some cavalry out of there, do some damage. I had to retreat there, but I've always got like an extra unit coming in to like keep the fight going. I think he just had a bad start. That was the main problem for him there. Of course, I've taken middle point now, so back to 4 villages compared to his 2. Warstraw heavily ticking in my favour, and I've got loads of units just ready to make the move whenever I want to. So of course, just heal up my units in middle, my 3 swordsmen, just gonna send them out, and I think I send 1 for G and 1 for D and 1 to help take C. So, oh yeah, I remember this. I meet him here with lots of swordsmen. Luckily, you know, I've got 3 swordsman units compared to his 1. He just had to retreat. Personally, if I was in Xard's position, I'd have realised that once I lose that choke point, the flood is just going to come through and destroy me. So I'd have held out with that swordsman, probably sacrificed it, or at least taken the risk of sacrificing it, and fought to the very end. Just because now that that choke point was lost, I'm going to make the move and take 2 villages, making a push on C, and I'm going to just quickly check that there's no traps here at village D, and then going to make the push on it. So yeah, no traps there, I can make the push. He realises he should soon call, well, I'm burning village D, burning village G. It's a clear win for me at this point, I think. Oh, I did lose a warrior, but managed to get the silver one out of the way. He calls GG, and that's it. Well played to Xard there, very well played. But now we're going into the second one. Just thinking, how am I going to edit this?
obowiązuje, wiesz? Ja zawsze pracuję tak samo, nie? Czyli w jednym tygodniu poniedziałek, wtorek, piątek, sobota, niedziela, a w drugim tygodniu środa, czwartek i ja w ogóle nie patrzę, czy są święta, nie święta. Idę po prostu do pracy, więc na przykład w Wigilię bodajże też normalnie idę do pracy, nie? Nie. Jakby w kalendarzu może być nasrane czerwonymi świętami, ale mnie to jakby totalnie nie dotyczy, nie? Więc to, że ktoś tam ma długi weekend, to
And we are live with the second part of this video, the second one versus one that we did. This time on Burnt and Ruins, he's going Anglo-Saxons again, and I decided to go for Germans. I'm going for the southern point, going Russian tier 2, and then they'll go for the barracks. Something that I forgot to really say, the purpose of this video, it's more, you know, it's just a video, of course, watch for your own entertainment if this is what you're entertained by. But it's also it's about learning how to play in a different way. Of course, there'll be probably people watching my videos who have played the game but don't like play too regularly, might want to learn a bit more. And of course, this video is for you, like, learn what's going on inside my mind. Of course, you saw me looking around earlier. I was seeing what village he was going for. The reason is I was worried that he was going to rush and like set up on the hill near village F, which I'm taking now, and just like throw his slingers in. That would have been really bad. I was worried about that, so I was quickly scouting the map to see where he's burning. At this point, I'm sending in my hero up the top. I've got my plan at this point. I know what I'm going to do. I actually decided, as soon as I clicked Burnt and Ruined, I knew exactly what the plan of this battle was going to be. And whether it was successful or not, it's up to you to decide. But it was a very unique plan, I think. It's been done lots of times before, but it's a very unique strategy. I don't advise new players to do this, but yeah, it's one that I wanted to show and get on camera at some point. So yeah, here it is. Of course, I end up I use my hero just to scout the north, just to see what's going on. Usually, if you're gonna play this game, don't play how I play, but this exact strategy, don't do it. There's a little thing in this strategy that you'll notice later on down the line. I'll say when it's happening. Don't do that bit. It's a good strategy if you know what you're doing, but it's got to be perfected for it to do maximum damage. It's a bit like playing Anglo-Saxons. If it's your first ever game, don't play as the Anglo-Saxons. Play as like Germans or Vikings or the Slavs. Play as Anglo-Saxons once you've mastered all the other factions. That's my advice. Or just not at all. You don't need to know the Anglo-Saxons, just know what they are so that you know what you're fighting up against. But you don't have to. Yeah, you don't have to really use them. So I can see there he's taking village C. everything I do, you've got to think, how can I take advantage of that? Of course, I push my hero there, because he moved his defensive slinger away from north. So I realised, okay, so now I'm clear to take B, and I can mess with his resources a little bit. He's only got a hero here, so I should be able to handle that. I've taken E, he's taken C as well, which should just put me in the lead because he hasn't taken C yet. And I realised at that point that, okay, so he's got a slinger at C, it's on its own. How can I take advantage of that? I send my cleaver in, just to... Oh, he's got a spearman up there now. Yeah, just to see what's going on. He's not going to know that I'm here. He's expecting me, I think, to come from the other bridge. I came from the south bridge to trick him a little bit. Maybe he didn't even notice either bridge, I don't know. But it's always good to make sure. And he just had an unlucky charge out there. That was unlucky for him. So I charge him with my cleavers. He decides to hold his ground. But you know, it's cleavers versus slingers. I'm going to cut through those easily. Going to capture the next village with my spearman there. I don't know what his spearman at top left village is doing. Yeah, he's got a spearman there just basically doing nothing. I guess he's defending for like this spearman, expecting it to come up, which, you know, does make sense, but it's a silver level spearman. My main rule is don't have a unit doing nothing. If he's defending, then that's something, and that's, you know, great. Use him there to defend. If that's its purpose, then use it. But don't have anything doing nothing. Everything's always got to do something. Yeah, you can see I'm retreating my hero now, just going to heal up. I don't really care what happens at the north. I don't need the north village for my plan. If you are playing this, of course, you might want to push for north. It's up to you. But I didn't need it for my plan. Okay, so this is one move I really like here. I spotted that he was bringing in reinforcements, so I thought, you know, send a cleaver to burn the village, because he had just lowered the defensive, so it was going to take him a very long time to re-raise those defences again. I think he only just clicked it now. And I send the spearman in just to slow the spearman down. And then I do this really sneaky thing, which I watched the repeat of his stream, and he did not see this at all, so this completely threw him off. That spearman at the north, what I'm doing. I didn't really know what to do with that spearman at first. I just sent him to mess with resources, and then all of a sudden a plan clicked in my mind. I bring my hero back to the north. I had a different plan for him for a second, but you know what, bring him back to north, use him as a scout, just make sure everything's fine. He retreats his hero at this point, and then from out of nowhere come my spearman from the north, and we just managed, some guy manages to prod him up the butt with his spear, and we get him killed. We capture this village as well, so that's going to be 4 villages to his 1. I sensed another unit coming. My ancestors' legacy senses were tingling, so I sensed that swordsman. Actually, I thought I was going to bring a spearman, but you know, swordsman's good as well. Yeah, so I spot that. I very quickly heal my units. I get the cleavers in. I've got my spearman there, pinning both units down, so both are not going to move, and then I'm free with my 3rd unit to do whatever I want. I charge him back into the swordsman with cleavers. Of course, that's going to tear them to pieces. I'm a bit worried about his spearman at the top right now, his spearman at A. Of course, if he brings that down to take C, then I'm in a little bit of a problem. Or if he pushes for B, then that won't be too much of a problem. I think I'll be fine, because I've got a hero there. Sadly, that spear wall didn't work as well as I'd hoped, but and then at this point, I've killed the swordsman. Luckily, I managed to wipe the unit, which was really good. And charging, get those spearmen on the flank. And then I think he retreats both of them at about the same time. Yeah, so he's retreated there, and this was a really good point for me. I've got 4 villages compared to his 1, sorry, at this point, and I've won the main battle. I can now go back, I can retreat, and now I can play the defensive. I don't have to worry about making a big push, but of course, the main plan of this was to make a big push, and you can see it coming in over the bridge now on the minimap. It is, of course, the catapult. Also, he retreats from this hero. I don't really know what Xard could have done in this position, but yeah, I don't know why he retreated. Maybe he could have like challenged the hero a bit. I don't know. But anyway, the catapult's coming in now, and this is what you shouldn't do. It's a good strategy if you are like, I hate to like boast, but very good is the term I would use. Like, I'm not the best in the world, but I am good compared to most. I don't know. I don't like to boast about it, so it's weird to say, but yeah, I am I'm in the top 5 best players. You know, that's a fact from like the last tournaments. I'll go with that. But yeah, for me, this is a strategy that I really like, but if you're very new to the game, it won't work. You need to understand every little thing to know when the exact right moment is. So this is just a very unique one-off strategy that I like to do. I'm scouting ahead with experiment. I guess it was a good strategy. It's a bit unfortunate that I took so much damage, and I think I ended up losing the spearman. Yeah, but at least it made me spot his village. I knew exactly what he had. I knew he was going archers, and that really helped me respond to this move here that he's planning. Of course, I've got lots of units round ready as well to make a push whenever I need to. And his main town hall's on fire, burning down. Always burn the town hall down first. The reason is, oh, his unit from A is finally coming. So yeah, the reason is because he can always build a well. If you set the town hall on fire, then he can't build his well. One shot on the barracks basically takes that out. And now, because he doesn't have a well, the weather is it's quite warm, it's not raining, so that's just going to burn down on its own. Now one shot on the archery range, and that should be it. I should have won. Yeah, it was a sneaky strategy. I'm not proud of this one, but yeah, I liked what it was trying to do. You just, in Xard's position, you just got to try and take out the catapult, but I was prepared. I had more units coming in as well, and I think one more shot on the archery range should win it for me. I lost his framing, but oh well, I won. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this video. Of course, it was a little bit all over the place. I don't like commentating whilst it's already done. I like commentating whilst playing, but oh well. Anyway, this was just a very basic insight into how I think. Some strategies are for, of course, different types of players. Yeah, it's just hope you enjoyed, hope you learnt something. And yeah, goodbye. Oh, also, of course, Xard, he has a Twitch in the description below, where he sometimes live streams Ancestors Legacy. Also, I think this week's Scrim Night, or next week's Scrim Night, undecided yet, is going to be the last. Got my own reasons for that. But yeah, it's going to be the last one. The link to sign up should be available in the description also. I don't really know. I'm unsure yet. Busy schedule. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed, and goodbye.